as we speak, where the People's National Party has been rocked by allegations of sexual harassment as a councillor accuses a member of parliament of sexual harassment and sabotage. These were damning allegations that were aired on Nationwide News, and Nationwide News is my source as I will be playing what was said on that news station. Interesting development. And then we would like to see now what it would be the response from the PNP hierarchy, as they too have been accused of getting the information of these allegations and slept on it. Right? PNP Women's Movement will also want to hear from them as well, and what they actually think about what is happening here, what is the way forward, right? As one of their own has been rocked by, sexual allegations, sexual advancement, damning allegations actually. So let's play the tape.
I'm Cliff Hughes.
And I'm Ricardo Brooks.
Good afternoon, Ricardo.
Good afternoon, Cliff. Good afternoon to the listeners.
Well, in our cover story this afternoon, politics, a PNP councillor is this afternoon accusing the Member of Parliament for Central Westmoreland, Dwayne Vaz, of misconduct, including sexual harassment. Images seen by our news centre show suggestive sexual messages from Mr. Vaz to the councillor.
In one message, he told the councillor, Julian Chang, about a dream he had of them having sexual intercourse. The councillor also alleges that the MP has been preventing her from attending constituency executive meetings. We've heard recordings of the MP trying to bar the councillor from attending one of those meetings.
Campaign against what? Campaign against what? As a councillor. As a councillor. As an elected councillor. And the Constitution, I am a member of the executive of Central Westmoreland.
Yeah. As I said, in the special circumstances where you campaigned against us.
Campaign against what? Against what?
Against me.
I campaigned for the PNP and won the seat for the PNP. So you're telling me that I'm not a member of the executive of Central Westmoreland? That's what you're saying? Okay, anything else?
No. I'm asking you.
You like to move me?
You're not the chairman of the Constitution.
Would you like to move me? The party says they do not recognize. The party says they do not recognize the chairmanship that you have. So who are you to say that I'm not the chairman for Sablaman?
Go and speak to the party.
So you're behind the party?
I said the talking about that.
You are behind the party?
That's the voices you hear are those of the councillor for the Savannah Lamar division of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Julian Chang, and the Member of Parliament for Central Westmoreland, Dwayne Vaz. The councillor joins us now. Good afternoon, Miss Chang.
Good afternoon.
So apparently, Dwayne Vaz, in that message, that voice note, that recording that we heard, and we have to take it for what it is. This was played on air, right? So we are taking it as the truth that he is accusing Julia Chang, the serving and sitting councillor there, that she was carrying messages to the Jamaica Labour Party. A matter of fact, he said she campaigned against him and the PNP in that constituency. Damning allegations from Mr. Vaz. So let's continue the video, see what is happening.
Good afternoon, Chris. Good afternoon, Nationwide.
Let me begin. What is happening here? You're accusing the MP of sexual harassment?
What?
On what basis?
Well, this started out in February when
Last year.
I received some texts which I shared with you of him telling me about having dreams of having sex with me. And since that, and of course you saw where I responded, asking him if he was drunk. Right? Since that, we have not had a good relationship.
beyond that message that I saw you sent to our producer, yes? Was
Yes.
there any other thing that you could say is suggestive of sexual harassment?
I have heard instances of several unwanted sexual gestures and comments in the past.
And have you ever told Mr. Vaz that those advances were unwelcome?
No.
Why not?
I just never wanted him to feel out of place.
I mean, that's one of the questions people will be asking. If you felt uncomfortable, why didn't you explicitly say it to him? But people are allowed to feel how they are feeling. I mean, you have a member of parliament and then you have a councillor, you know, somebody who is up there in the executive. You don't want to be mashing any form of corn. I mean, people will sometimes subject them own self to a situation because they don't want to stir any pot. And remember, especially the situation of an upcoming election was of such, and you didn't want anything to come out like that. I can just imagine.
Oh, I just never mentioned it.
So why do you raise them now?
Because when I look at the emotional abuse and the sexual harassment and everything that he's doing now, to me, I feel as if it is now time come for me to speak. I'm traumatized, Cliff.
I mean, good question from Cliff. Why now? Why are you just coming out now? And she's saying that, listen, even though I felt some type of way, is that the victimization continued. The victimization is there and she feels uncomfortable. She feels to the point where she's overwhelmed now that she have to speak up. She can't hold it no more. Because not only the advances were there, the unwanted advances, she's also saying, listen, the victimization in terms of what they're doing to her political career, she can't take it anymore and she has to speak up. Jaja.
But these exchanges with Mr. Vaz took place how long ago?
Sometime back in February.
February 2025.
Yes.
A year ago. Yeah?
Yes.
And since then, the relationship between you and Mr. Vaz has deteriorated.
Absolutely.
And
Go ahead. To what point? That he doesn't want you in the organization
I can also
anymore?
mention that there was a point when he called my spouse and told my spouse that I was having an affair with someone else. And I brought him to a meeting with the party about it. The party looked into it and we had a discussion on it.
So apparently the party knows about the challenges that both of them were having. Right? They were having these challenges, these differences in opinion, and you know, some look shady thing don't go down. How you call somebody's spouse and say that to them? Hey, that don't sound right, bro.
That party being the PNP? Or your
Correct.
spouse? Huh?
The PNP.
Oh?
and what was the outcome of the meeting?
I was told that the party's internal affairs would be looking into it.
And since then?
Nothing.
So,
I mean, the PNP does have an integrity committee and a committee within the organization to look into these matters and address it. I mean, it has been a year. It has been a year, and the PNP has not responded to her. That's a very interesting thing, you know. And the PNP actually have an arm in terms of the PNP women's movement who actually look at these things. This is interesting development.
you say that the relationship deteriorated after you ignored the advances, and certainly the ones I've seen, one indicating a dream whereby there's strong sexual language about what would have happened at a hotel. But is there any other reason that you believe the relationship deteriorated? In the recording we heard, Mr. Vaz accused you of campaigning against the PNP.
Yes. Well, on the 22nd of August, 2025, he removed me from the constituency executive WhatsApp group.
And remember, the election was September 3rd, 2025, yeah, general election. So he would have been member of parliament then.
And he removed me on the basis that I was giving the JLP information, pertinent information, as it relates to his campaign. Mind you, I was never a part of his campaign.
Oh, I didn't hear the date. So actually, he removed her because he accused her, based on what she was saying, the allegations are that she was giving information about him to the team JLP, and you don't really want the opponents to be having information about your political campaign. But I don't know. I don't know if he had reasonable suspicion or evidence to say and make just decisions like those. I mean, obviously there's a breakdown in the relationship, so we don't know what is happening here.
Team.
Were you giving the JLP that information?
Not at all.
Where would he have gotten that from?
I have no idea. I was fixing a road in a predominant JLP area called Tivoli in Savannah Lamar along Darling Street. And he accused me of doing a JLP road.
Interesting position, because a constituency is made up of both JLP and PNP, and both JLP and PNP pay taxes. Why would a PNP caretaker or member of parliament seeks to want to sabotage the electorates because they choose a particular side? I mean, I thought we're out of that type of politics. That's something that we definitely want to change.
So, what is your status now in Central Westmoreland, Ms. Jan?
I am the councillor elected to represent the people, and that is what I am doing now. Since the hurricane and the relief has been coming in, I've had no conversations, no communication, and no assistance from the Member of Parliament.
And you no longer attend meetings or participate in constituency executive matters?
I have been barred from the meetings since August 22nd. I reached out to the secretary for the constituency and asked her to send me the pertinent information that I may need to know as it relates to the Savlamar division. And she indicated that she spoke to Mr. Vaz and he instructed her not to send me any information at all.
Have you received any information since then, though?
No, I haven't. And subsequently,
I mean, executives like these are very important in terms of coordination between member of parliament and councillor to effectively govern and manage the constituency and to prevent duplications of resources. Because remember, member of parliament get resources as well. Remember, councillors too get resources. I don't want to have duplication of resources. One person getting two times, getting from member of parliament, getting from councillor, because the information is not being shared. So the executive arms are there to help, to guide, and make sure that the effectiveness of both councillor and member of parliament is in place.
he also convened a meeting September, October, and placed a chairman in the division named by him with 10 persons in the meeting. And since that, he has been doing all communication, and the meetings has been...
I mean, that sounds like a dictatorship rule. How is it that the executive arm of the PNP is allowing all of this to happen? Where's Mark Golding? Where's Dayton Campbell? Well, Dayton Campbell stepped down as CEO. But where is the general secretary? Where is the vice presidents? And what happened to the president? How is this man allowed to just destroy a councillor like that by putting it in his own people? Like, this is crazy. The PNP don't have a constitution?
attended by the divisional chairman that he has chosen.
So have you reported this to the secretariat, to the leadership of the PNP?
Every single thing that I have spoken to you about now, yes.
Including the allegations and the screenshots that we've seen of Mr. Vaz saying to you that he had a dream about having sex with you.
Correct, yes.
Have you sent those things in writing?
I have sent the messages to them, yes.
And what was the response you received?
Let's take that
I was
after the
told
break.
that the internal commission
Hold on, Councillor Chang. We're up on the break. Stay with us, please.
Order Pizza Hut online at pizzahutjamaica.com or through WhatsApp at 876.
For the Savlamar Division in Central Westmoreland, the PNP's Julian Chang. Today, Ms. Chang brought to our attention the relationship between herself and the Member of Parliament, Dwayne Vaz, has deteriorated badly to the point where this afternoon she is accusing him of sexual harassment and wanting her removed from the PNP constituency organization in Central Westmoreland. She's on the phone.
Welcome to the live, guys. Just tap up the screen and thank you for stopping in. Share the live if you can.
Also trying to get Mr. Vaz. Mr. Vaz, we've been trying to reach you. Yes, as Ms. Chang has made some serious allegations, which is only fair that you are given an opportunity to respond. Mr. Vaz, if you're hearing us or anyone hearing him, can tell him that Nationwide is trying to find him in light.
I mean, I really do appreciate this as well because, hey, despite the fact that he's a PNP, he's a member of Parliament, these are damning allegations, right? These are things you don't want to be sitting out there and marinating, right? You have to address it, and that is it. That is good and fair journalism. You want to hear from the other side, hey, these allegations were made to you, these text message or screenshot of a text message was sent to us. We had a counselor here online making these accusations about you. What do you have to say about yourself? Because this is already out there now, this allegation is already out there in the public and people are forming opinions, right? And at all times we must be led by the evidence. I don't find pleasure, I will never find pleasure, or I will never get in the process of destroying somebody's reputation because they're on the opposite side, right? Or because me not like them. Because reputation is something that is hard to build, and you don't want your reputation to be scarred and tear down. So, we would like the Member of Parliament to respond to these allegations, deny them if he have to, or confirm them if he have to. But the truth must come out. We need to hear the truth as a people.
These damning allegations from the councillor for the Savlamar Division in his constituency, Julian Chang.
Yes, so Ms. Chang, before the break, I'd asked you if you had alerted the party secretariat to these allegations, and you were answering.
Yes, I was told that an internal affairs commission would have been having a meeting with us, and to date I've not had a meet.
And when
so interesting, the PNP executive knows about this situation. So when this came out today, the first time the PNP hear it, are gonna be alleged that the PNP will be hearing this type of information. Wow.
you reported to the secretariat.
Oh, this has been going on for almost a year now.
And no communication from the party leader or the party general secretary or any senior officer for the party. For example, Ian Hales, isn't he a vice president of the People's National Party?
Yes.
He's in your neighboring constituency of Western Westmoreland. Nothing from no one in the leadership?
No, I did not try to reach out to MP Ian Hales at no time. I did try to reach out to the secretary, the general secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell, and I have not received a response. But what is really alarming as well, Cliff, is on Sunday, I'm of the understanding that at the NEC meeting that was held in Manchester, Mr. Vaz took the stage and he told the persons that were attending the NEC meeting that I am taking information from the PNP to the JLP on stage.
And you have not been contacted since from anyone in the leadership to explain?
No.
Well,
Ms. Chang, you said that you had not indicated to Mr. Vaz that the advances were unwelcome advances, but you're now raising it as sexual harassment. Did you give him any reason or indication at all, even if it were not verbal, that you were uncomfortable with what he was sending you?
Well, Cliff, if you read the
I mean, that is a very, very interesting question, because a man might feel comfortable because you said something and the person saying that you didn't do it. But I mean, females react in different. I'm trying to be very objective here, guys, not because he's a PNP. I'm trying to be very objective in terms of how I analyze this, and it's a good line of question. I am just looking at it through the lens of the journalist as well, right? Even though I'm a laborite, I am looking at it through the lens of the journalist, and it's a very good question, right? We need to hear what Miss Chung has to say now.
Ricardo, that's Ricardo.
When he texted me, you would have seen that.
Okay, Dana, could you just put up the message, please? The one regarding the dream. All right, so let me just see it here on my screen. So it reads, listeners, and if there are children around, you may want to exercise discretion. I remember it from us being at a hotel bar having drinks. Not sure if we went there together. It was raining too. The next thing I know, we're in a room, expletive the lives out of each other. And your response here, Ms. Chang, on the 9th of February, 2025, was, Jesus Christ, you did drunk. Yes, that's you? That's what you responded?
She couldn't believe that this was coming from her colleague's mouth. She was like, Jesus Christ, you must drunk. You must be drunk to having those dreams. I mean, interesting. She was saying, hey, I don't know if it's about that.
Yeah.
Yes. And he responded, LOL, no. Hey, just checking if you got to travel. And you said, no, I'm stuck. You busy? Huh? So, well...
And I ask you these questions, Ms. Chang, because I'm sure Mr. Vaz will say that he does not deem it this way because you did not say anything explicit to tell him that these advances were unwelcome. How would you respond to that?
I did not want him to feel bad, so I just asked him if he was drunk, because he must have been drunk to make those suggestions to me.
And you're saying, having received those messages, you were uncomfortable?
Yes, I was.
If you do not receive any response from the party, what is it that you intend to do further?
Serve the people of Savannah Lamar.
When were you elected councillor, Ms. Chan?
In the last local government election.
In 2024?
Correct, yes.
And that's your first term, right?
Yes.
But Ms. Chang, this is rather unseemly. Yeah, we have been hearing of the problems in the relationship between you, and I mean political relationship between you and Mr. Vaz for some time now. Yes? And I'm just curious, why have you decided now that you've had enough?
I believe that it all started from these texts. And I believe that I was not saying or doing what he wanted me to do.
And
so he started to politically victimize me.
And when were the text messages first? You said a year ago, February? Was it?
Yes. Yes.
But now it's almost a year later. Yes? You have been through a general election. Mr. Vaz won at the national level in a constituency. Yeah? And why now?
How would you respond to people?
I am emotionally drained, Cliff. I just can't do this anymore.
He's fed up?
I can't hide this anymore. No.
And how would you respond to those who may say that you're now just trying to get back at him because there's been a falling out. So you're being vindictive.
No, I'm not. I know what I have been through, Cliff. There were many sexual gestures and inappropriate sexual remarks, both physical and verbal.
And you have not been able to get anyone in a leadership position in the party to speak to Mr. Vaz about this, or you haven't complained individually to people?
We've had several meetings, Cliff, to no avail.
Hey, this is damning allegations, you know. Damning allegations, especially for the leadership aspect of the PNP, being told that a female councillor is having these issues and the PNP did not act. Serious allegations. Serious. These are damning allegations, you know. Damning allegations on the PNP. Because remember, the PNP profess themselves to be a party of credibility, a party of accountability, and then give you all of these fancy ability, all the descriptive pronouns that you can give to make yourself look nice and fancy. The PNP has taken on those adjectives onto themselves. Hey.
We is a we, meaning who? We have had several.
Hierarchy.
Oh?
We should tell the listeners that we have heard back from Mr. Vaz, and he says he has no comment. Are you?
Mr. Vaz, I really hope that is not true. You have to respond in some. Is either you're going to come public and deny the allegations, or you're going to have to sue Miss Chang for defamation if she is not being truthful about what she accused you of. This is not something that is just going to go away. It ain't going to just go away. One way or the other, you have to address it.
Woman, councillor?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Vaz is also a married man?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yes, I believe I saw that he was recently married. So you say your way forward now, Ms. Chang, is to serve the people of SAV, but certainly the relationship, as it relates to the relationship with the MP. What do you intend to do about that?
It is very difficult to serve, Cliff. As you know, we've just been through Melissa and the devastation that has been caused in Sablamar, and it would have been good to have an MP to work with. You know, just recently, I handed over some houses, and it was after one of the houses were handed over, I heard that Mr. Vaz actually gave housing assistance to that same person. If we were talking and we were communicating, then things would have been much better.
So, what is the state of the PNP organization like now in central Westmoreland, and in particular in the parish capital where you represent the people, Savlamar? What's the state of the organization like?
Mr. Vaz has his chairman doing the work of the chairman, and I am the councillor. I will remain the councillor, and I will continue to serve the people. It's really dysfunctional at times because there's no communication.
You know, Ms. Chang, have you complained to the president of the PNP Women's Movement? I recall there was another incident in Westmoreland Parish that grabbed national attention for some time. And the PNP Women's Movement came out very strongly against that parliamentarian at the time. Yeah. Have you sought help from your sisters in the PNP Women's Movement?
I've sought help from everyone, Cliff.
No, I asked you specifically. Have you sought help from the leadership of the PNP Women's Movement?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
Never thought of it?
No.
So, Julian Chang, tonight, what's your word to your party leadership and to Mr. Vaz and the people of Savlamar?
The people have elected me to serve, and I would like to serve in peace.
Okay.
And the people and to the leadership of your party?
I would suggest that there should be a meeting convened as soon as possible.
All right. Thanks for sharing with us, Councillor Julian Chang.
These are that's the end of the video, guys, in terms of the recording. But these are very damning, corrosive allegations against a sitting member of parliament in the House of our Representative. Very, very damning allegations. And this is not just allegations that is going to go away tomorrow. These are allegations that the PNP will have to address, especially the PNP women's movement. I remember distinctly they came out heavy on a former PNP member of parliament that they accused of committing an assault on his common law from a blurry video. And they said he had to step away from parliament life, and that parliamentarian was pushed aside. Even the demand was so great on the Jamaica Labour Party that they had to eject that member, right? And he became an independent in parliament. So to have this now on the front line, the front burn of the People's National Party, this is not something that is going to go away tomorrow, right? And I'm expecting the parliamentarian to react, whether sending out communication, written or oral, or follow up with defamation because he feels as hey, damages were done to him that were not true. The interesting times ahead. And also the PNP leadership sleeping on this damaging thing right here, not addressing it to the point where it's oozing out now into the society. It speaks volume to the PNP's credibility and transparency and the ability of the People's National Party to protect the women that are serving in that political party. Remember, our democracy relies on both a government and a functioning, as I said, a functioning opposition. A functioning opposition is good for our democratic process because they hold the government to account. But the current PNP in its current form, embarrassing. The accusations are that she felt this kind of way and she spoke to the leadership about what she was going through, both the victimization and the allegations of harassment. And to date, over a year now, and she has not gotten any form of answers from them. Damaging, extremely damaging. I mean, I am expecting, I reserve my thought. I am not going to accuse anybody of anything. I reserve my thought because I need to hear the follow-up story. I mean, there could be additional messages that we are not seeing. So this is one side of the coin, and I await to hear the other side to form a genuine opinion. At the end of the day, I can't be here saying that, hey, you guys shouldn't have done that to the Jamaica Labour Party member, and these are this and this, and me argue the point strongly for him, and then me come and tear down another person because me not like them or because I'm a PNP. But I operate like that. As I said, when it comes to somebody's reputation and them character and them something there, me not gonna be the one for help destroy nobody like that, right? So I am waiting for the response because we do a response in coming days. That's the city member of parliament collecting taxpayers' money, right? We can't have these allegations not being addressed. I think maybe what he would have done now as a member of parliament, he would not just respond immediately on the heels of what was said, but would seek legal advice and seek counsel from both the hierarchy as well as his legal team in terms of how he would respond, whether it be by an interview like what we saw here with Ms. Chang, or whether it be a written explanation, or whether it be a communication coming from the party's hierarchy. but some communication will be necessary. This cannot be allowed to just be a 9-day wonder. These are damning allegations, and I'm expecting civil society groups, the Jamaica for Justice, the National Integrity Action, the Jamaica Accountable Portable Meter to be responding, not in 3-4 days, but ASAP. They were responding against the Jamaica Labour Party Member of Parliament strongly. They even went as far as called for him to be removed as a Member of Parliament, for him to step out of the parliamentary life. So it will be interesting to see the take from these groups. Remember, JUMP is led by a female, and Jamaica for Justice is also a female head. National Integrity Action, Daniel Archer stepped away and gave it to another person named Darwin, which is a gentleman. So it's very interesting now to see the position of PNP doing VAS, what Julia Chang will be doing and going forward, and what civil society groups will be saying. And also, the Jamaica Labour Party has their communication aspect. How would they be treating this? G2K, Young Jamaica, the communication task force of the Jamaica Labour Party, these people are having a field day. G2K having a field day right now. Young Jamaica having a field day right now. The communication task force of the Jamaica Labour Party is having a field day now, because remember, they are suffering from battle scars that happened to them with one of their member of parliament, and they will be coming swinging. They will be swinging. I will not be surprised that tomorrow the Jamaica Labour Party will be coming out strongly on all three communication aspects: G2K, Young Jamaica, and the communication task force. I'm not surprised if I would be seeing a press conference from the Jamaica Labour Party calling for this MP to step aside based on the allegations until the matter is cleared up. It's only just, right? Remember, PNP has always said, hey, once any form of hanky-panky take place with their member of parliament, they will be asking them to step aside kindly until those investigations are completed. So interesting position. Interesting. Well, guys, thank you all for tuning in and watching this live. You know, I really do appreciate it. I think this is my second live coming forward. I have 8 guests at the moment. That is a record for me on a live. This is my second live. I am active on TikTok, very active over there on my page, Mr. Winner. You can look me up, our one and only Winner, where I do a lot of my content. However, this year 2026, I am trying to transition and put more content on my YouTube page, grow the listenership, grow the wealth of knowledge, and just overall try to have some fun using this this form of social media space. It is new to me in terms of how it operates live and, you know, videos and all of those things. I do have some videos up. You guys can go and watch some of those videos in the later on. If you're here for the first time, like, share, and welcome to the community. And let us grow. Let us build together. Let us form a community where we connect and we can share information and share space. Going forward on these lives, I'm looking to connect with you all, numbers where we can call in and we can just reason and have a good conversation as we, you know, try to build the YouTube space with the wealth of knowledge that we have garnered over the past few years regarding politics. I love politics, and I'm trying to, you know, get myself involved. Maybe at some point in time, you will find me in some leadership role in politics, and that is the aim. Anyways, like up the live, guys. I only have 1 like. Come on, touch the like button. 5 of you are listening here. I only have 1 like. Touch the screen and, you know, touch the love button, as they would say, and cheer up the live and, you know, give thanks. Thank you guys for stopping in, and, you know, look to the live. Blessings, peace. I'm out.